Dear student, welcome to the lecture series of material science and physics. Today we are going to discuss about one of the most important technique, and it is an essential part of the semiconductor technique known as zone refining method. Dear student, zone refining method is very important for semiconductor industries because with this technique we can prepare a highly pure single crystalline material. Okay, so the principle of the zone refining is the preparation of highly pure single crystalline material. And dear student, please note that the single crystal prepared with zone refining process has a high purity. It has about the impurity rate in zone width of the prepared single crystal via zone refining process is somewhere around 1 part in billion parts. So if the material prepared, a single crystal material prepared, have 1 billion atoms, then it will have only one atom as an impurity in 1 billion atoms. Zone refining method is also known as zone melting method. It is also known as floating zone method and traveling melting zone method. So now let's explain zone refining method. Zone refining method is employed to get high purity or ultra pure sample of different kind of substrates. So this method is basically used in semiconductor industry to prepare highly pure single crystalline substrates or single crystalline samples. Most commonly prepared single crystalline substrate by zone refining methods are silicon, boron, germanium, and indium. Okay, so dear student, please note that zone refining method is based on the fact that impurities are more soluble than the pure metal in the melt. Okay, so this method work on the principle of segregation coefficient, which is a physical phenomenon, and we state that the impurities basically travels from solid phase into a melt, because since the and this segregation coefficient is basically a ratio of transportation of impurities from solid to liquid phase, and this ratio is less than 1. So this means that the impurities which are present in the solid phase are basically transported into a liquid phase, and in this way we basically prepare highly pure single crystalline materials. Zone refining method was introduced by Irish scientist known as John Desmond Burnell. So he basically used this method to purify different kind of metallic materials. This method was further developed by American scientist known as Fan Gardner William, and was working in the Bell Lab of Semiconductors. Dear student, the principle of zone defining is basically a segregation coefficient, and with the difference in the ratio of the segregation coefficient is less than 1, so the impurities from the solid phase are transported into liquid phase. In this way we will prepare a single crystalline material. So the processing steps involved in zone refining is that initially a narrow region of the polycrystalline material is melted and moved along the forward direction. So initially in zone refining method, in a zone refining furnace, a small region of the as polycrystalline material is placed in the furnace of zone refining setup, and the small region of this polycrystalline uh, material is basically heated and melted. Okay, so there is a kind of different heating setup basically used in zone refining methods, and they are basically very targeted to a small region of the zone refining setup of the polycrystals. Mostly commonly used heating setup in zone refining processes are based on induction coils. So induction coils are basically used, and they are connected with a moving setups, and they are basically target a small or narrow region of the polycrystalline material and then melt that region. Apart from the induction coil setup, there is a kind of highly resistive type of coil setups. They are also used in zone method to melt the polycrystalline materials. And there is also electromagnetic forces, which are basically based on electric and magnetic coil setup. They are also used in zone refining method to melt the polycrystalline uh, material. But most commonly used setup in zone refining method is an optical heating setup, and this optical heating setup, a small portion of or narrow region of the polycrystalline material is melted, and 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 this so in the process the narrow region of the polycrystalline material is melted, and then the polycrystalline material is moved along the forward direction. So the melt, basically when the polycrystalline material is moved along the forward direction, the temperature of the narrow region of the melt decreases, whereas the heaters basically the other portion of the polycrystalline material will reach below the heaters, and in this way the other part of the region of the polycrystalline material will be melted. Okay, so in this zone defining process, a narrow region of the polycrystalline is melted and moved along the forward direction. After moving, the molten region of the melt polycrystalline material basically solidify, okay, along the forward direction. So it's basically leave the pure solidified single crystalline behind is, whereas it's move along the forward direction of the inward. So let's explain it in the simple way. Okay, so in the zone refining process, in the furnace of the zone refining setup, a polycrystalline material is placed. Okay, and this polycrystalline material is basically connected with the setup of heating setup. So the small region of the polycrystalline material is heated and it is converted into a melt. Okay, so the melt is basically is the region in which the impurities from the solid phase are transported, and they are due to a segregation coefficient. So the rest part of the polycrystalline material will basically transport the impurities inside the melt of the polycrystal. Okay, since the zone defining method basically use the moving heaters. So when the moving heaters move along the forward direction of the polycrystals, basically the heat basically is transferred from the molten region into the solid region of the polycrystal. So the molten region is basically due to a low temperature is converted into a solid phase, and the next part of the polycrystal is basically converted into a liquid phase. So all the impurities which were left behind the solid phase will be transported into a liquid phase of the melt, and in this way the part of the polycrystal which is behind the melt will be transferred into a highly pure region, and in this way the impurities will be transported into a melt, and melt the direction of the of the heater is along the forward direction. So in this way, all the region which is behind the heater will be converted into highly pure single crystal, whereas the impurities will be transported or will be transferred into a melt which is below the heating setup. And in this way, basically, we and the heater is moved along the ingot, and the end of the ingot basically is where the heating setup reached will be full of impurities, whereas the rest of the part of the ingot will be transferred into very pure single crystal material. Let's explain the mold zone melting process in very simple schematic diagram. Let's say this is a zone melting furnace, and this is the internal part of the zone melting furnace. So in zoned refining process, the polycrystalline material is incorporated inside the zone refining furnace like this. So this is a polycrystalline material. A material with many impurities is placed inside the furnace or zone refining furnace. So the heaters are connected in zone refining furnace. These heaters are basically connected to small part of the polycrystalline material. Okay, so dear student, as I have previously discussed in different lectures, that the heating setup in zone refining uh, furnace is basically playing a vital role. There are different kind of heaters which are used in zone refining process. Some of the most commonly used heating setups are based on high resistive coils. There is also an induction coil setup basically which result in introducing a high temperature. But dear student, please note that resistive coils in zone refining process have also drawbacks, since they are producing high temperature, but there is a possibility of incorporation of impurities inside the melt or inside the polycrystal due to the material which is used, resistive material or induction material which is used in the heater. So the there the most commonly used heating setup in zone refining process is based on optical heaters. Okay, there is also another type of heating setup which is known as electromotive heating setup. But dear student, mostly in industries and even in institute, zone refining is done with optical heating setup. So the small portion of the polycrystal in zone refining is heated by optical heating setup. So when the temperature of the polycrystalline material reached to its melting point, the polycrystalline material will start to melt like this. Okay, the melt of the polycrystalline material is basically composed of lot of impurities. So the heater basically in zone refining setup melt the small portion of the polycrystals. Dear student, please note that the heaters used in zone refining setup are movable. So these heaters basically move along the forward direction of the zone refining furnace, and they usually target the heat to a specific region. So they basically melt a very small narrow region of the polycrystal. So the heating, the moving setup of heater is illustrated by schematic as they are basically moving, the heater is basically moving along the forward direction of the zone refining furnace. Okay, so when the heater is moved along the forward direction, the this small region which was melted before will be converted into very pure single crystal, because all the impurities and will be from the solid phase of this small region will be transported into the melt of the polycrystals. So this region will become highly pure. The impurity rate will be very less, and it could be around 1 part per billion. And in this way, basically the heaters will move forward, and the area or the region of polycrystal which will left behind will become highly pure. Okay, so when the heaters reach the end of the zone refining furnace, the somewhere here, the liquid phase will be somewhere here, and all impurity will be collected, the small portion of the polycrystalline ingot. So all the other remaining portion of the polycrystalline ingot or polycrystalline will be material will be converted into highly pure single crystal. So in this way, basically with zone refining method, we prepare highly crystalline material. And dear student, please note that this technique is very applicable and in the semiconductor industry, microelectronic industry, even nanoelectronic industry, because of its highly purity. So dear student, thank you for watching this lecture, and we will in next part of this lecture series we will discuss about all types of available uh, types of methods of zone defining techniques, that what are the types of zone defining techniques and what is their practical applications in the industry. So thank you for watching this video.